Okay.
Yep. On the intro flights, I usually just have people do what they're comfortable with. Some people can, they're comfortable with going steeper. It doesn't really bother me, whatever it is. Alright, so getting up closer to 1,500, we will go ahead and get a little higher. We'll level off and we'll pull the power back to 2,400 RPM.
Where's the, down here?
Yep, down there, yep.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't point that out.
Okay.
Alright, so now you go level and pull your power back slightly.
That 24 right there?
Yes.
All right.
Perfect. So now what I'll have you do is adjust the trim on how you need it. So if you need to see what the nose does. Perfect. Cool. All right. So the only thing we need to watch out for is the antennas for out by channel 14. Which they're right in front of us, so if you go a little bit to the left, doesn't have to be a lot, like maybe turn 230 degrees.
Not right there?
Yep. That'll steer us clear, but
I don't even see them.
They're off to the right a little bit. It's kind of hard to see with the sun where it is. If the sun's like a little setting, or if it's in the east, it's really easy to spot. But yeah, where it is right now, it kind of makes it a little difficult.
How's the speed right now? Is that where it should be? Are you happy with it? Because I just noticed it was a little bit high, so I was going to come back down a little bit.
No, yeah, you're fine. They usually don't mind too much as long as we're within about 200 feet of our target altitude.
Okay.
And honestly, I've had somebody go like higher than that, like 1,000 feet above, because they couldn't handle it. But they're pretty cool about it.
Because why?
Just because they're I guess it's because Evansville's so slow. If it'd be a busier airspace, they'd want us right on our altitude that we said we were going to be at, but usually if there's not an inbound aircraft or anything like that, they don't care too much. So if you need to put a little more trim in, that's perfectly fine with me.
So we're passing over Wrights.
Yep, so once we get a little bit to the south of Wrights, maybe a quarter mile or maybe a little less than that, we'll make a left-hand turn and we'll follow the Lloyd.
Gonna make a left-hand turn?
Yep.
And follow the Lloyd, okay.
Yep. We don't have to follow it like right over it, but we'll go to the side of it, yeah.
Okay.
So we can go ahead and do that now if you want, so.
It's like generally 30 degrees where you aim for?
Yes, and then we'll go ahead and roll out now.
Oh, okay.
And you actually go a little bit more to the right, try to get on that 090 heading.
Oh, 090?
Yep. Perfect. There you go. And yeah, that's just generally what we tell people. That's kind of like our standard. Some places are a little bit different. Some people want a little steeper. Some people want a little shallower. But we just say 30 degrees.
So do we have right to left winds right now?
We're
fighting?
Yeah. The winds are basically coming out just mainly southwest. Yeah, you can see the smokestacks out at Alcoa.
Yeah, that's a pretty indicator. A pretty good indicator.
Yeah.
Probably get used to paying more attention to stuff like that.
Yes. Yeah. I used to actually not up until about a year ago. Then I was like, whenever I was, trying to teach people on how to do like certain maneuvers, we have to know where the wind's coming from. And we do a lot of our maneuvers out like above like Gibson County, Princeton. So I was like, just look at the smokestacks and see what they're doing.
Oh yeah.
Normally they're the same as what they are at Evansville, but you never know. They could change a little bit.
Right.
So.
It is pretty squirrely, man.
It is. Like I said, I would like to give people the option. If if they don't like it, then I don't want to. I want to have it be a really good.
Yeah, I'm having
experience.
a blast.
Awesome. Yeah, that's good. And usually that's what you'll get with people that like actually want to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to do it for a long time, but they're people that like they just get it for Christmas or something like that.
Right.
And they don't like it. I had one girl freak out on me. She was just like, we got up there and we hit a few bumps and she just let go. And which I'm fine with. It doesn't matter, but yeah, it just kind of ruins the experience if it's really bumpy.
Was she okay with the ride after you took over?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's what really mattered.
Yeah. And it's not like I made it like super, like way smoother. I guess I did a little bit.
Well, I didn't know if like she was just like, oh, he's in control, it doesn't matter,
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. She was like, it's still a little bumpy, it's a little less because you're probably more fluid with the controls, but it's because I just feel more comfortable with you, and I'm like, that's fine with me.
So what is a good cruising speed for this trip? Is this where you always just go 24 and it works out?
Yep, usually works just fine.
Unless you get like a big headwind or something?
Yeah, depending on your headwind, tailwind situation, it fluctuates quite a bit, or can fluctuate quite a bit. But
I'm not even anywhere close to 090 anymore.
Oh no, you're good.
Okay.
No, you're good. We're tracking pretty close to 090 because the wind's pushing us to the north.
Okay.
And we're kind of angled to the south, so we're kind of equaling it out pretty good. So yeah, that's
okay.
Cool. Yeah, that's why I didn't say anything.
So you're paying more attention to like where we're at. I'm just trying to look at the instruments and put them all where they're supposed to be.
The main one, I really don't care about the heading too much. That's not my biggest concern. My biggest concern is the altitude.
The real important one.
Yeah. Other than that, you can do whatever you want. I really wouldn't. It doesn't really bother me too much, as long as it's within the realm of reason. Alrighty. So here in a second, we'll go ahead and make a left-hand turn, probably to about a 310 heading or something like that.
310?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
We'll try that out, see how that works.
Alright. Let me know.
Alright.
Can you trim the rudder on this thing?
You can, which I actually think it is just a little bit. Which I don't like doing that because then my students get lazy. Alright, let's go ahead and do that now. Turn to anywhere from 310 to 330. It's going to be somewhere in between there.
Alright.
And whenever you're turning, pull back just a little bit because we're losing that vertical lift. Perfect. Tower 818 November is inbound for a full stop.
Alright, November, did you want runway 18 or 22?
We'll take 18 November.
Alright, November, roger, runway 18, clear to land, wind 220, 900, gust 16.
18, clear to land, 18 November. Alright, tell you what, make that a 330 heading.
330.
Yep.
Evansville Tower, airback 150.
Airback 150, Evansville Tower, there's a Cherokee 12 o'clock in less than a mile, 1,400, and ident.
150's got him inside, and we're ident. And inbound to the airport for fuel.
Cherokee 18 November traffic, your 6 o'clock has you inside the helicopter 800 feet.
We got them inside as well, 18 November.
Alright, 2 November, roger. Airback 150, you radar contact 5 miles southeast of Evansville, altimeter 3006 to altitude.
150 through 900 inbound to the west rim.
Airback 150, roger, maintain visual separations from the Cherokee and proceed inbound for the west rim. Cherokee 8 to November, enter left downwind for runway 18.
Left downwind 18, 8 to November. Alrighty, so do you see the airport in front of us? Kind of like the open area, like there's trees? Yeah,
I do. So, I don't see a runway, but I see the airport.
Yeah, so just kind of aim right for that.
Okay.
Then what we're going to do is we're going to enter the left downwind for runway 18. So we're going to be landing to the south.
Okay.
What we're going to be doing here right now is we're going to be entering like parallel to it, going the opposite direction. So we're going to be going north off to the east of it.
And then we're going to turn back our, I can't remember what the last turn's called.
Base turn, and then final.
Okay.
Yep. I'll basically set it up for you, and I'll, if you're comfortable with it, then we'll give you a landing.
Okay. Is this called the downwind?
Yes, it is the downwind.
Right.
And then we'll be turning base, and then final.
Am I still going the right direction?
Yep, you're doing perfect.
All right. Whenever you're on approach, what's a good ideal angle?
I don't really.
Is that not a good question?
No, that's a good question. We don't really care about the
Cherokee
angle.
18 November, extend you downwind, I'll call your base.
Extend downwind, you'll call base. 18 November.
Airback 150, landing at the west ramp will be at your own risk. It's a non-moving area. Wind is 220 at 11.
Alright, so go ahead and make your right-hand turn to the north, which would be 360 or 0 on the heading indicator. As far as approach goes, we're not really concerned with the angle as much as we are the airspeed.
Okay.
And they're kind of related in the way that if you're pitched down more, you're going to be at a faster speed. If you're pitched up, then it's going to be slower.
Gotcha.
So they're kind of related in each other.
Then what's the maximum angle that you can land at? That's nothing we have to worry about?
Once again, that's not really something we're worried about. It's once again just kind of nailing your airspeeds and stuff like that. But that's a good question. That's not a bad question. Alright, so we told us to extend our downwind real quick, so we're going to keep going on this heading.
Cherokee 18 November, base turn approved, runway 18 clear to land, wind 210 to traffic crossing midfield is a helicopter for the west ramp.
18 clear, 18 clear to land, 818 to November. Alright, so we'll go ahead and make our left-hand turn to 270.
Okay.
So to the west.
Stay at this altitude?
Yes.
Alright. I'm going to say 270?
Yes. Alrighty, perfect. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and help you set up here.
Okay.
Slow us down a little bit. Put some flaps in. And I'm going to adjust your trim. Just like that. I'm going to add a little more power. Alright. So I want you to maintain 80 knots. So once again, if we need to speed up, we're going to push in.
Okay.
If we need to slow down, we're pull up. So go ahead and make your left-hand turn and get in line with the runway. Alright. So you don't have to focus so much on the airspeed. You can kind of like switch your time between the outside and the inside.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Alright, put that last notch of flaps in there. Our fuel pump on, landing light on. So essentially what we're kind of thinking about here is, our glide path, how high we are, and our speed. So the way we adjust, how high we are is our power, and the way we adjust our speed is our pitch. So it's kind of backwards to what you're thinking. Yeah. That's why they call it the area of reverse control. So we're so slow that it's, we have to control things in the backwards way of what we would normally think.
Gotcha.
Alright, so I'm not sure if you can see them yet, but can you see the numbers on the runway?
Yes, so we're too high?
Nope, we're doing just fine.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I looked at the lights.
The lights are saying that we're too high, but that's the way we kind of want to in these planes.
Okay.
On some planes, you want to be right on. My boss wants us to be a little high.
Okay.
Yeah, we're nothing extremely high or anything. So, the numbers, we're going to basically aim for the numbers on the runways, the 1-8. And I'll help you out with the power.
You actually want me to try to hit the numbers?
No.
Okay.
We're going to aim for those. That's where we're going to start our flare, and we're going to try to land about you see those two big blocks up there on the other side of the center line? Those are what we call 1,000 footers.
Okay.
That's where we're going to try to touch down. If we don't get there, if we go a little past, no big deal.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is about 5 feet above the ground, we're going to hold it level.
5 feet above the ground.
Yep.
All
right, pitch down just a little bit. Perfect. All right, I'm going to go power idle. So about right
Our speed okay?
here. Yep, airspeed's perfect. So push forward just a little bit. No, you're good. Now just keep coming back. Keep coming back. That was it.
Oh, do I let go? Or not let go,
Yep,
but...
you can let go.
Okay.
Perfect.
I just held it right there. That was cool, man.
Did a good job.
Thank you. That slow us down?
Yes.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, and also keeps some of the pressure off the nose wheel.
Oh.
Cherokee, remember, do you need 27 to Delta 1 or straight into the ramp?
We can do straight into the ramp, 18 November.
13 November, turn right on Gulf, straight into the ramp for me, the Cherokee.
Right on Gulf, stay with you, 18 November.
Oh, that feels good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got such a headwind right now, it's actually showing up on our airspeed indicator.
Yeah. So that top part rolls to 35, I guess, and then starts moving?
Yes.
Oh.
Yep. Or, no, sorry. I see what you're saying. No, I think it takes 35 knots of wind to actually make it move.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Got full control, right?
Yep.
Cool.
I don't know why they parked this stupid golf cart over here. Alright, we'll try to whip it around here. Another airplane. I'm actually probably just going to go ahead and get off in the grass a little bit.
Do that in these kind of...
Yeah, it doesn't sink too much. And whip it around. Alright. Go ahead and shut her down.